Well, I know I'm sure it's been in my family for over 100 years. But my granddad originally used to fly pitch by the old bingo hall before the licences was, obviously they had licences for the market. He started over by the old bingo hall over there, I believe. And then he come here when the licences come in. That was my granddad, and then he passed it to my dad and then to me, and then I was a bit too young at the time, I'll be honest, so I let my auntie take the reins until I'm old enough to take it back again. But I work here every day. I've been here for 15 years now. But no, it's brilliant. He's been in, I think most of my family have worked here though, at like a different point of time. Loads of family have been here.
So what does that mean for your family, like having the market stall and having that place where you all work? How important was it to hand it down?
Oh, it's really important. Like, I'd love to be able, I'll be honest, I wouldn't want my son in there full time, but I'd love to be able to pass it over to my son, for him to run it on for another generation, and even for his children to be able to pass it. But obviously, the market, unfortunately, is dying out now. It's sad because of so many supermarkets.
Yeah. And so, like, for market life, what does that mean for your family? Like, what does it mean coming and setting up a store?
Everything. Our whole life revolves around the market, to be honest. All of us, it's our life. Everything. We're here every day. For my granddad, when he first done it, they didn't have vehicles. They used to go to Covent Garden with a feed barrow, and they used to walk it with all the gear, and then they'd have to walk it back, obviously. And then when my dad stepped up, my dad had a vehicle, so he used to use transportation, a van. And for us, we just do exactly the same thing. Like Tracy, my auntie, she gets up every morning at 4 o'clock, goes and buys all the produce, and then we meet her here at 7, start laying it out, and get ready for the rest of the day.
So your granddad was walking a barrow?
Yeah.
From South London all the way
to Vauxhall Market, yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away from his legs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a life. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, they
Have
used.
you always been in Brixton?
Yeah, always. They've always been in Brixton. I mean, that's how they used to operate, was off the feed barrows. And obviously when the police or some trading standards used to come, they used to run with the barrows. Like back in the day when my granddad was in it, some of the stories that our old generation customers tell us, we have to laugh our heads off them. How they used to do it. Sounds so fun though, definitely.
So what's it like kind of working with people in the market, and how important do you think Brixton Market is to this?
I think Brixton Market is very important. It was a very, very community thing, but the community feeling's sort of dying out now, I will be honest with you. Brixton was always known you could come to Brixton and get anything. Anything you wanted from all over the world, you could come to Brixton and you'd find it. But now we're slowly, the big money people are coming in and we're slowly being pushed out.
And so kind of historically speaking, like obviously loads of people come from all
Yeah.
over the world to live here, and there's always been food at a central point in
Yeah.
people's lives. For people working on the market selling that food, how important do you feel it was for customers to be able to get to you, to be able to get the food and vegetables that they needed?
We think it's very important. I mean, we work wind, rain, sun, snow. It don't matter what weather. I mean, like, as you know, tomorrow the weather's going to be 39 degrees. We'll still be out here trying to serve the public to make sure they can get their fruit and veg. And it's been very important for them, especially for a lot of our customers, because sometimes a lot of them don't have many people to talk to. So that's a big part of their day, of coming out and coming to the stalls and talking to us and having that feeling. I mean, I've got an elderly customer of 96, he hasn't got any family, anyone, and it's once a week he comes out here but just to talk to us. And we say to him, you don't have to buy anything, but just come and talk. It's nice. I love Brixton.
It's such an important part of the market that I think so many people probably don't realise.
No,
is
they
that
don't.
Just coming to talk to
Yeah.
someone, and then obviously, like, you know, you can, once you have a relationship with someone, if you don't have enough money that week,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. We let them off. They'll come back again next week. A lot of our new customers that come here, when they start buying off here, they realise, oh, it is a lot cheaper than the supermarket, and you get to talk and interact, and then you come back and you learn as well, because you can talk to people about cooking things or how you do things. It's nice. It is nice.
And like, we're looking at this sort of period from about the late 40s up until
Yeah.
now, and obviously that was when the Windrush generation
Yeah.
came to the UK, specifically
Yeah.
to Brixton. And I wonder, from the perspective of market traders, and obviously you weren't.
Yeah,
working
I
there.
wasn't. No.
But from maybe stories that your father or maybe
Yeah.
your grandfather told, what was the kind of relationship between the market traders, and what sort of responsibility did the market traders feel or have towards catering to that community?
My dad was the first white man to bring yams to Brixton Market.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did he do that?
Trace, do you know you know, Dad obviously was the first man to bring the yams to Brixton.
Yeah.
Do you know how he went about doing it?
I know you used to go to the docks.
Yeah.
That's when he very first started.
Started, yeah.
Obviously, when the Jamaicans came over, he used to employ them on the stall.
Right.
Quite a few Jamaican people, when they very first come over, they'll go back that far, Dennis. Then he used to also have that shop, didn't he?
Yeah.
He used to have the shop in Coldharbour Lane. You know that little one? There's a little shop.
It's just
there.
a little.
Dennis used to have that. That's when he first started. That's when he used to do the yams, sugar
cane planting, all the.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So is that something that he would talk to you about?
He did and he didn't. It's just one of the main things I know, that he was the first white man to ever do it here. And as she said, I wasn't even born then. That was when he was with his first wife, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a touchy subject. But no, I know a lot of the old school people down here. That's what they remember my dad for. And so many of them have respect for him because he done it. But no, I don't really know too much about that. The only way I could find out was to talk to some of the old customers. I was hoping one of his best friends normally comes past. She knows everything when he first, because she was one of the Windrush generation that first come.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's her name?
Blossom.
Blossom?
Yeah, but she's not come past this morning, unfortunately. But no, even the other veg trader, Terry, he's gone now, but he originally started working for my dad and then got his own business.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In terms of like providing things for different communities, what's the kind of feeling amongst market traders in terms of like if new people come, is there like an incentive to sort of think like, right, how can we provide?
We all sort of stick to our own sort of lines in as such. I mean, we're more sort of English and European, like we do artichokes, things like that, whereas if Derek in the middle, he does sweet potatoes and the yams and things like that, so we all sort of cater for different clientele. We don't sort of try and tread on each other's toes. I know that's because where there is so much competition with the supermarkets, the traders like to stick together and not tread on each other's toes. It's more of a community thing for the traders to stick together and work with one another. Like if I ever got something that Derek has got, I will say go down to Derek and vice versa. So we sort of try and work together on that. We don't like to rub each other up the wrong way too much.
And then just finally, what do you feel it means to belong in Brixton?
I think it means a hell of a lot to belong in Brixton. Brixton's a wonderful place. It's good. I love being part of Brixton. Even my son, he goes, he's like, Mum, you know everybody. It's nice to, as I said, you can come out and talk to people even if you don't want to come and buy. There's always something to do in Brixton.
How does that differ from like East London or North London or West London?
I can't say I've ever really been to, I don't really branch out. But I can't really call it, as I don't really go
Does
to.
it feel unique?
Yeah, definitely. Brixton's definitely a unique place, 100%. I don't think you'll ever get a place like Brixton anywhere else. Brixton is Brixton. Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever been anywhere else that I can say is like Brixton. No, never.
And how long do you reckon you'll work on the market for?
Hopefully for the rest of my life, to be honest with you. So yeah, I don't ever want to leave. Nothing to leave for. It's a good job, some nice people, it's a good environment. Hopefully it keeps going.